Мужики, здесь делать нехера. В прямом смысле.
Хочу передать, чтобы прекратились военные действия на территории Украины. Бессмысленные. Люди гибнут.
Я хочу сказать то, что не нужно ехать на Украину.
Чтобы война это никому не нужна вообще. Это очень страшно и обидно.
Ты сожалеешь о том, что ты сюда
Очень
приехал?
сожалею.
Why kill your peaceful neighbor who's done no harm? As the innocent Ukrainians or Iranians just love to farm. Stop it now. Repent and ask God's forgiveness. War is your enemy. Destroy war. Destroy murderous arm.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 3 of 4.
Etc.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws.
Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule.
In the old times, it was very difficult to practice this kind of spiritual method openly because it is the power of God, it's a real power. If you practice any kind, you go to the church, you go to a temple, nobody bothers, really. But as soon as you connect with the real power, the king of Maya, the king of devil, begins to irritate you, to want to chase you, persecute you, make trouble for you, test your faith and endurance. That's the problem.
Please keep watching to find out more.
Vegan, let's prove that we know right from wrong.
Supreme Master Chun Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English, with subtitles in Arabic, Alasese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. Taravir Tulama. That means welcome in Kven, the language spoken by Norway's Kven people. My name is Philip. the joyous Kavens join you in thanking all the past, present and future masters for their tireless efforts to elevate humans to a higher level of consciousness and help them know their true selves. May humans soon awaken to the fact that we all have the same divine nature within, so that they will love all beings equally. The Kavens, an ethnic minority in Norway, primarily reside in the country's northern countries of Finnmark and Troms. According to legend, the Kavens embarked on a migration journey from Finland and Sweden, crossing the mountains centuries ago in search of a brighter future in northern Norway. In the traditional Kaven community, distinctive houses exhibit features similar to those developed in Norway's East Finnmark. The main house faces the road, with outside buildings nearby that include the traditional Finnish sauna. Recently, the Norwegian government has recognized the Kaven people as an ethnic minority and has given official status to the Finnish-based Kaven language. A revival of Kaven culture has also been launched by people of Kaven heritage. There is now a Kaven costume based on a modern interpretation of historic garments, and a flag, whose sunflower motif reflects Kaven traditional homemaking culture. A Kaven newspaper provides current news, while the Ruja Kaven Museum in Vadza offers a lively view of the history and customs of the people. Finally, the cultural festival Pacifico, held in different Norwegian municipalities in June, features everything from musical concerts to courses in the Kaven language and is attended by growing numbers of people each year. What an eye-opening journey we had, showing you the colourful Kaven culture, lucky viewers. May your souls be liberated to the highest heavenly realms through the guidance of a living master.
I used to always call myself an animal lover, and it was even at one point where I thought I wanted to be a vet because I loved animals so much and I wanted to do whatever I could to help animals, but I never really made that connection to what was on my plate, to who those products were coming from. I never saw the process. I just grew up knowing this is food and that's it. I didn't think about the sentient creature that lost their life and had to suffer and die for me. So that's ultimately what led me to going vegan. Once I made all of those connections, it was pretty much like I'm now living aligned with my morals, because my morals were always vegan. I just didn't realize how my actions didn't match my morals.
So initially I turned vegan because of health. I was not well and my doctor told me to go vegan for a while. And when I turned vegan, I experienced amazing results. My energy levels rose like anything. And then after that I came to know about the cruelty aspect. And I was blown away. I didn't know that, the dairy cows go through so much pain and torture and death eventually because of us. Dairy cows die at the age of 7 because of us. The male cows are dead when they are born because of us. And all this blew my mind. I had sleepless nights all over. And that's where the turning point came, and I turned vegan forever and ever.
Turned vegan? Oh, you can't go to hell anymore.
Sorry, man.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world, the needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack, you happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito! I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in central Ao Lac, Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness and peace. before long, invitation arrived from around the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe.
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia.
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves the Supreme Master.
Africa.
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
And South America.
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
As well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse, it's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Fue una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations will shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Today, we are blessed to present one of these insightful lectures entitled Appreciate the Value of Initiation, Part 5 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on August 25th, 1995, in Hamburg, Germany.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine now. Russia, just go home.
Joy am I, and love am I. Joy is mine, and love is mine. 502 and 2 are 5. 502 and 2 are 5.
In the scripture of the sick, inside they mention about the name, the flute, the 5 regions, the harp, and things like that. And in Buddhist scripture also, it mentions about the inside sound of the drum, of the gong, of the shell, of the sea waves, and blah, 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 all kind of things. And in the Bible as well, it mentions like the thunder, the sound of thunder. God speaks like the sound of thunder. His sound is like the sound of many waters. It means the sound of sea waves, etc., etc. And also the sound of trumpet, yeah? Like when the Bible mentions about St. John, when he went to the second heaven, he heard the sound of trumpets, etc., etc. But these sounds are not ordinary sounds. Originally, there were no such instruments in this world. After the people who practiced well went to heaven, they listened to the harp and the flute and all that, the direct teaching from God, which is so melodious. And then they came back here. They tried to make the instruments, which became the musical instruments of our time. That's why sometimes when you see the picture of the old times, there were angels and then harps on both sides. That represents the teaching of heaven. Originally, we didn't have the drum, the gong, the harp, and piano, and all these kind of things. Only after the heavenly beings came down and taught us this inner melody, then we began to copy the heavenly music and try to figure out how to make the flute that resembles the inner sound. So for the purpose of teaching mankind, all these masters tried to make musical instruments and then to tell them, you see, the inside, if you go to the second level, you hear like this, tung, tung, tung. If you at the third level, you hear like this, etc., etc. For the purpose of teaching people, the masters of all times, they made all kinds of instruments. And then now, even if we hear just some of the outer instruments, our souls also feel very comforted. Is that not so? The children, when they hear music, they stop. You see, in the old times, the Muslims you saw already, huh? And the Christians, when they pray to God and they do this, you know what it is? In the old times, it was a secret signal. Must concentrate here, okay? Repeat the 5 names, yeah? And do the Kuan Yin. That was a secret signal when they greeted each other, so that they would not be known to other people. That's why after Jesus resurrected, some people doubted whether he was the master, but when he broke the bread, he did some signal, then people knew it was him. That was a secret signal between the Christians in the old times. You see? You see? Concentrate on wisdom eye, remember? Huh? Repeat the 5 names, but now they do it up to here. in the old times, it was here, you know? This secret, yeah? Wisdom, 5 names, and Kuan Yin. So then you know we are fellow practitioners, right? In the old times, you could not say it, you could not wear the badge, you could not wear my picture here, my God. You'll be killed in 1 second. So that was why they had to do this like this, see? The wisdom eye, 5 names, and the Kuan Yin. But now, slowly it comes down. All comes up, you know, here, there, and anywhere. And then here, and come up to here. You know. Never mind, see? So, and in Buddhism, when they greeted each other, they did like this. It was also a secret greeting. See, here. They do like this. See, they do like this. So this also points to wisdom eye, you see? And then the two, Kuan Yin method. Yes, that's how they greet each other. But now they only greet and nothing else. Just like the Christians, they only do this and nothing else happens. You know what I mean? All the Muslims, they only do this and nothing happens. But woe to you who don't do it. Then you're not a real Muslim, not a real Christian, and not a real Buddhist. You know what I mean? Only this one makes you a Buddhist. Only this one makes you a Muslim. And only this one makes you a Christian. There's nothing else left behind. Same with this cloth. Now, if you go in a Sikh temple and you don't wear anything on your head, then people will throw you out. It was supposed to be for the old time. When you came in, you meditated, you know. You cover yourself so that nobody saw you, especially in the public, you know. And there was also a secret recognition between each other. So the woman will wear the shai like this, and the men will cover their head. So when they wanted to meditate, they took it down and covered themselves. Also, the men were supposed to wear long hair too, in any case, when he meditated, all the hair will cover him, just like we cover with the cloth. You understand? That's why the Sikh people, they must grow their hair very long. And now there's the only one thing left is the hair. Things like that, you know what I mean? If you don't grow your hair long, as a man, you're not a Sikh. Otherwise, for what reason should they wear their hair long? But now the only thing left is the shawl and the hair. Now you see what I mean? All the religions originate from the same Kuan Yin group. It's just they have to find the way to communicate, to identify themselves. Now we have the badge, you see the name, identification card, because we can openly practice now. Or in some places, in many places, it's still a secret, So for example, in some places, people wear my picture inside. And when they go to group meditation, they take it out. Things like that, yes. Or they wear their badge inside out, yeah? And when they come inside, okay, and then they come in. For example, like that. Similarly, in the old times, it was very difficult to practice this kind of spiritual method openly because it is the power of God, it's a real power. If you practice any kind, you go to the church, you go to a temple, nobody bothers, really. But as soon as you connect with the real power, the king of Maya, the king of devils, begins to irritate you, to want to chase you, persecute you, make trouble for you, test your faith and endurance. That's the problem. So you see, what's left from the the real teaching is just a piece of cloth or a piece of tapete, the carpet, the piece of carpet. What you use now will become holy in 2,000 years to come. Later on, whoever belongs to Qinghaism and doesn't have a Sikh person like you, he is an atheist. You understand now? What the carpet means to some people is just a cushion that was a necessity of the time. When the master is still alive, you do it, you take it with you because you need it. You know, like I sit here right now, there's nothing here, and it hurts. It hurts me, you know what I mean? So of course you take the carpet with you. You want to see? Okay, but it's good. It was very good for meditation. For example. Okay, so of course, because the floor is hard, and especially in the old times, you could only sit on the floor, yeah, anywhere. So you took the carpet with you. Just like you take the cushion with you, so you can sit longer and it's cleaner, warm, and more stable. And that's all that is. And now, anybody who doesn't have a carpet is not a Muslim. For example, and the carpet is everything to them. Nobody can touch it. For example, it becomes the holy thing instead of the object. It becomes a goal instead of just a means to an end. It becomes an end. The carpet, people worship the carpet, for example. And another thing, Jews, they have the prayer shawl. Prayer shawl? You call it? Yes. Yes, okay. That is everything to them. They even use it to exercise or to cure people, and they believe in that. It's just a piece of cloth that we call Guanyin cloth at the moment. You know what I mean? But now everything left from Judaism is a cloth. Or the top of the head cloth, symbolic, on the head. Because in all the time, the men must also wear something to cover themselves. But it looks bad, or they fear that people would know them, so they use something symbolic. They wear a little hat here, see? And now anything left is just the head. The little head here, a little for the Jews. Or the prayer shawl. The prayer shawl we do have now, but nobody even talks about it. But for them, it's holy, it's sacred, it's God. How can you use a shawl to exercise, the devil out of people? But they do that. Of course, it doesn't work. So, everything now, what happened to all the religions? That's why I told you, all the religions are correct. Came from the same source. But now what's left is only the ritual and rites and regulations, and some signals, secret signals, nothing more. Otherwise, all religions came from the same Guanyin method.
Russia, leave Ukraine or Ukraine now. Peace be with you too.
No matter what humiliation or embarrassment I endure, it's nothing compared to the suffering of an egg-laying chicken who spends years locked in a cage so small she can't even spread her wings, or of a fox on a fur farm whose life may end by being cruelly skinned alive. Ashley Frunel, vegan.
Tomorrow on Between Master and Disciples.
That's the only method that creates all religions. That's the only method that all the masters in the past, present, and future teach. That's the only source of all religions of mankind. You understand now? Okay. So don't ask me any path or the path. There's no path at all. It's only one direct connection. And if we know it, we know it. If we don't, we don't. Even if you sit for 1,000 years and your bottom falls off, it doesn't make any difference. You don't connect.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Liechtenstein is one of them.
Liechtenstein Animal Welfare Act, penalties including fines and imprisonment for up to 3 years are imposed if an animal person is mistreated, neglected, overburdened, or their dignity is otherwise disregarded. The same punishments apply if one organizes fights between or with animal people or abandons them.
Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses, no more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace. So be it.
Bright-minded viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled Appreciate the Value of Initiation, Part 5 of 7 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Selected Mystical Works of Lord Baha'u'llah, Vegetarian, The Realm Above, Part 2 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming. May heaven bless you abundantly for your understanding and acceptance of others.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.